It is mesmerizing, and it had quite the dazzling debut last night for the Strip's newest attraction and the world's largest sphere. For the very first time, spectators got to see Sphere lit up in all its splendor. It's ahead of its venue's grand opening later this year. Now, people from all over the world, they are buzzing over the spectacle we saw last night, including those who worked to make it all happen. Mike Allen talked with a couple of them today and joins us live now with what they said about their creation. Boy, it is glowing behind you.
It is, and they are very proud of it. I'll tell you about it in a second, but right now I'm going to step out so you can see, even a day later, there are still about a dozen or so people out here on top of this parking structure just looking at this, and you can see it's a full moon out here. We can't see the actual moon, but who needs it when you've got literally the largest spherical structure in the world acting as the moon? Why not? Now, on top of the folks I talked with who helped make this sphere a reality, I also talked with a neighbor of it who's learning to live with this enormous glowing structure right outside his window.
It's quite fulfilling to see such hard work and such a unique project come together to create something that has really never been built before.
A job well done so far on one of the most ambitious projects in Las Vegas history.
It was pretty incredible to actually see it finally be lit up after spending so much time there, watching it grow as we've been working on it.
Matthew Ludwig, an ironworker, says this project stands alone among all the other jobs he's done in this town.
It was pretty amazing being some part of something that was so unique and revolutionary with everything that they've done for that building compared to just building just an average warehouse or hotel.
Electrician Ashley Napolitano told me the same thing, but says Tuesday night's light show isn't even what people should be most excited about.
If you like the show last night that they showed for the 4th of July, you're going to love what they're doing inside.
When it opens, Sphere will host the world's largest high-resolution LED screen, among many other world-class amenities. Alex Wong lives across the street from the Sphere. He can't wait to see a show there, especially after this week's debut performance.
Just to see it light up, it was like a surreal moment because it's so bright and so clear.
Although he has had to make some adjustments because the Sphere is so bright, buying a set of blackout curtains for it.
People usually have blackout curtains like during the day, right, to block out the sun, but now with the Sphere turning on, we need it at night too.
But still, Wong says it'll be well worth living so close. He, Ludwig, and Napolitano all told me they can't wait to see their first show in this grandiose venue when it does open.
I'll leave you now with my favorite fact about this project. Sphere, as we mentioned, is the largest spherical object in the entire world, but it actually goes farther than that. Since planets, moons, and stars are not perfect spheres because of gravitational pull, barring other advanced civilizations outbuilding us, this is the largest sphere in the observable universe, at least the largest perfect sphere. And I did do my research on that one, you can trust me. Reporting live tonight from Sphere, Mike Allen, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.
Oh, we know Mike did his research, and the amount of facts and trivia he has is truly out of this world. So the Sphere is set to open in September. U2 is performing the first concert at the venue.